Hi everyone, in this tutorial we're gonna look into this great effect. As we scroll down, our first card gets in the view and the shuffled background image becomes ordered, and that continues for the following sections, creating a great visual effect, right? You can find the remix link for the file in the description below, and let's get started. Let's check image wrapper component first. You can see, in addition to primary variant, there are 4 pairs of variants, since we have 4 background images. Because it makes it easier to switch between shuffled and ordered states, I first created an image component, and when we go to its component screen, you can see there are 4 frames inside of the main container to slice the image, and in its primary variant, they are shuffled. In the second variant, they are ordered, as I said, to make things easier for the image wrapper component. And since all of these image frames are assigned to the same image variable, we can easily change the image using that single variable in the image component. As you can see in the primary variant of the image wrapper component, to make things easier, I numbered the image component instances, and in the first variant, only image 1 has 100% opacity, the other ones have 0. Instead of switching visible property on and off, keeping all of the images visible and changing their opacities makes a smoother transition possible. For each image, we have 2 variants, as I said. The first one is shuffled, and to create the animation, we use an appear transition to its ordered variant, as you can see here. So basically, when the first section is in the viewport, we switch to variant 1, which has image 1 visible in its shuffled variant. Because it uses an appear transition to its ordered variant, that creates an image slice ordering animation. Let's also check the scroll variant effect that we applied to this component, and it's simply changing its variant depending on the section in the viewport. So when the section 1 is in the view, we are switching to its first variant. We switch to its second variant when the second section is in the view, and so on. As image wrapper has sticky position, it stays on the screen until the content stack reaches to its end. To make scrolling interaction more comfortable, I placed a placeholder stack at the bottom. Since I am using AI-generated visuals, images and icons they include, I'd like to briefly demonstrate how I generated them. First, let's learn about generating icons in Adobe Illustrator. You can see all 4 icons in this file, but as an example, I will generate a new one. First, I will click Generate Vectors on the contextual taskbar, and I'm gonna select Icon. Under Content Type, I will keep model and detail settings as they are. Since I'm gonna generate a black icon, under Color and Tone, I'm gonna select black and white, and the smallest number of colors we can enter is 2, so I'm gonna enter that. We can also select a style reference. Since I prefer a stroke only icon, I'm gonna select this layers one. I guess the icon needs to be in an artboard, so let me try that again. Let me paste the prompt. And after clicking generate button, we will have 3 variations that we can use. Then I can place the new icon in the artboard, and I can export it as PNG and use it wherever I need. Now let's also quickly check how we can generate images that includes the icons using Firefly boards. You can see my board with the images I used for the tutorial. I basically dragged the icon PNGs here, and while prompting, I referred to the icon in the prompt as icon in the reference image. Let's create a new image that contains our new icon. After dragging our new icon to the board, I will click Generate Image on the taskbar and paste the prompt. Click the image, and you can see now the cursor is an eyedropper icon. Now I can pick the icon I dragged to include it as a reference image. And since we are prompting composition to include the icon in the image, it's going to be placed in the output. Now we can click generate, and we can see our images generated. All we need to do is drag it to our board, and we can download it using the download option here. So that's basically how I created all the images that use the icons. Let's go back to Framer and check our animation one last time, and including all those well-crafted images using other great tools lets us create interactions and experiences like this using Framer's great features. And that's a wrap. I hope you liked the tutorial. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe, turn the notifications on, check my other tutorials, and see you in the next one.